James Brewer Sr. is a media visionary and a community builder. As founder of Brewer Media, he has used his platform to inform, inspire, and connect the people of Chattanooga. Through his leadership, local voices have been amplified. Tonight, we honor a man whose dedication to service continues to shape our city, Mr. James Brewer Sr.
It's pretty much a life honor for him that is much deserved. Again, there are many moving parts in the Brewer Media Group. You have the people behind the scenes, you have the people on the air, but it all starts at the top. Mr. Brewer sets the tone. He sets the expectations. And I think everyone who works there follows his lead. They want to please him. They want to impress him. And it's good to have a man in charge or a person in charge who you respect, you look up to, and he has set such a good example and has started so many careers in this town. I mean, you just think of some of the most popular personalities in this market and the good they've done, the impact they've made. None of that would be possible without Mr. Brewer.
Looking back, there are only 3 or 4 people that have had the impact on me that Jim Brewer has. And again, it's because of the way he carries himself, the way he conducts business. He was always interested in seeing other people do well. And there's not a lot of that in business. A lot of people are in it for themselves, but Jim has developed so many people. I think all of us who had the opportunity to work for Brewer Media, Brewer Broadcasting, wherever that was, came away better people because of that.
His impact on the Chattanooga community, but how did he make an impact on you as a person?
It's the same as he did the community. And I hope I answered that question, because the impact he had on the community was the same impact he had on me. Because when I first met him, the first thing he said to me was, we're looking for someone who can come to this community and be a part of the community. Live, breathe, sleep this community. Get to know the people in the community, get to know what the needs are, but more importantly, how can our company, help the community? How can we get in? He said, because if we don't do that, we won't be successful.
They treated me like family, and they didn't have to. They could have treated me like a contract employee and, just sort of said, hey, you're on your own, but they didn't do that. I felt very needed and loved and respected, and, somebody at the top has to set that tone for it to happen, and he did it.
I'd just like to thank him for, I'm not sure he realizes the impact he's had on so many people, starting with myself and folks like Greg Struzell and Dave Stricker, Milton McConnell, Denny Nugent, the cast that's been with him in Chattanooga forever, Keith, Magic, Chi-Chi. He's had so much impact on all of us. And it's on a day-to-day basis. It's not one big thing. It's not like, he did one thing that jumps out. It was being around him every day and learning from him. Also, the Brewers have always been a family business. Jim's lovely wife, Vicki, his son, the late Jim Brewer Jr., his daughter, Kira, who runs the stations today. It's always been a family business, and he always cared about your family. It wasn't just his and his extended family, the listeners, the advertisers, the people that he got to touch on a daily basis. To Jim, on behalf of all of us, thank you. And honor could not go to a more deserving person.
Mr. B, let me just say this, over 35 years ago, you and I met each other in that hotel lobby in Cincinnati, Ohio. And when we came to an agreement that I was gonna come and be your next operations manager, program director, we did it on a handshake. I mean, a lot of times, I know people always ask me, didn't you have a contract? Do you have a contract? I said, no, I just shook his hand. And that handshake has stood the test of time. 35 years, it has stood the test of time.
Mr. Brewer, I am glad to see you get this honor. It is much deserved. This community loves you, respects you, and thanks you for all you've done for the listeners and citizens of the Tennessee Valley.
And man, I just want to tell you, I appreciate you. Like I said, it's been a friendship and a partnership, but more of a friendship for the last 35 years for me. So I thank you, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else but working with you guys and continuing the fight that we have.